What's the Dirt is a new fun stamp set that's perfect for friendship cards and projects. And with May Day just around the corner, some people like to give their neighbors a little basket of flowers. But why not give the gardeners in your life a little box of seeds so they can grow their own? Take a look at this little project I made using the new What's the Dirt stamp set. What I've done is I've just stamped this little wheelbarrow image, and I've colored it in with some Copic markers, and then I've created this little box using my brand new Score Pal. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. I'm going to show you how to do the template for this little box. You're going to need a Score Pal, and I'm using the brand new Score Pal that I just got. You'll notice the brand new Score Pal has lines very similar to the Score Buddy, but on a 12 by 12 template, so that when you're doing these bigger projects like boxes and you're working on scrapbook pages, you have all those fine lines so you can do fun grids and all kinds of things, but you have it in the 12 by 12 size that you don't have with the Score Buddy. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of our Red Hot cardstock and I've cut it to 10 inches by 8 inches. So it's just an 8 by 10 piece of cardstock. And then, in order to create where we want to do our cut lines and fold lines, we're going to score at certain increments. And I'm going to tell you what those increments are right now. Okay, holding the piece of cardstock the 10-inch length so that it goes the long way, you're going to score at 1 inch. You're going to score at 2 inches. You're going to score at 5.5 inches. You're going to score at 6.5 inches. Then you're going to turn the piece of cardstock a quarter turn, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. You're going to score at 1.5 inches. You're going to score at 6.5 inches. And you're going to score at 7.5 inches. Now, once you've created these scored lines, now you're going to do some cutting. So, we're going to cut all of these lines that go this way. So, you're going to be able to see your score lines, and you just cut right on those score lines. Just like I'm doing here. And then flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. And the final cut right here. Then your next step, using the side that has no extra little strips going down this way, so it's just the big box here, you're going to cut off this whole complete chunk right here. Like that, and you're going to do that to the top of it too. Okay. Now once you've cut those two off, you're going to cut just the first line, the first score line of this piece. Same thing on the other side. Then you're going to turn it, and you're going to cut this piece off completely, and this piece off completely. And then you're going to cut just the top score line there and the top score line there. So now you have a box. Now, the next step is to fold away from the score lines. So you know we put the score lines in this way, and then we're going to fold away from those score lines on all of the lines that you've created. just like that. Now this is going to be your top flap that folds in on the box. So we want to make it look a little bit more decorative. So what I have here is a corner rounder. And we're just going to do the corners of these top pieces right here, just to finish them off a little bit. And you may have to press this out of the way to get your corner rounder in there. Any corner rounder will do. This is the one by EK Success. And this is available at Gina K Designs. Okay. So now we've created those little decorative flaps. Now our next step is to take a little bit of score tape, and you're going to put some score tape right here on this piece. And I have the 1/2-inch score tape. I like the 1/2-inch score tape for these kind of box projects because it's a little bit wider, so you don't have to do quite as many strips going down. One strip will do it. And I'm just going to put that right up against that score line, like that. And remember, with score tape, you can just tear off any excess. You don't have to cut it. Then I'm going to peel that away, and I'm going to fold my box. One piece of score tape for the whole box. So you want to make sure that you line it up nicely on both sides, like that, and press down. Now if there's a little bit extra there, you can see kind of how I've got that little extra piece. You could just trim that away. And look how nicely this folds. Fold that in. And the other side, same thing. And you have a cute little box. Now let me show you again on my project. We'll get a close-up here. Let me show you what the seeds look like inside, how they just all fit in there so nicely. I've got quite a few packs of seeds in there. I think I have 10 in there. I have both flowers and vegetables for my gardener. And you can see they just fit in there real nicely. There's all my seeds. And just pop them right back in there and close up the box. Now all the measurements for the different layers of paper that I've put on this box will be at stamptv.com. It will be with this video. So if you're looking for all the measurements and you want to do this same exact layout, just check out stamptv.com if you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook, and you can find all of the measurements with the video. This box template can be used for many other things as well as a seed box. Just use your imagination in your favorite Gina K Design stamps and see what you can create.